Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice with Me. We're still working in the Standard of Excellence Book 1, and today we're on page 24. You know what's exciting? We can see the staples in here. You know what that means? We're halfway through this book. Isn't that amazing? All right. So let's take a look at what's going on. So when you look here at the top, it's talking about, first it talks about the Da capo al fine. That means go back to the beginning and play until the fine. That is not in our upcoming exercise, so you know what? Let's get to that stuff when we hit it. Makes sense. Then we don't have to try to memorize it, as, you know, we're just playing our normal stuff. So let's start with the warm-up. Let's take a look at it. What key signature is this written in? This is B flat, which includes B flat and E flat. What is our time signature? Common time, 4/4. Let's see what else is in this song, which is just the warm-up. We have some slurs, right? What dynamic is this written in? Forte. That means loud. Great job. And at the end, we have the, what's that thing called again? Oh yeah, the fermata. So hold it out until you see me cut it off. Great job. Let's give it a try, shall we? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Did you have any issues? I struggled a little bit with the towards the beginning when we went F to B flat. I had a little bit of a squeaker. It was not smooth. This is where you can really hear where fingers are slow, air isn't right. With the slurs, you can tell a little bit because when we tongue, that gives us a little bit of time to catch up. So yeah, when we have the slurs, you can hear more of what's going on. All right, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Was that a little better for you? It was a little bit better for me, but I can still hear where I'm struggling a little bit with the air control. So let's do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. I don't know about you, that one was my best one, and our third one should be our best one. As we go along, the more we play, the better we should get, and the better we should feel. All right, let's move on, shall we? So looking up at our next exercise, what key signature is this written for? This is the key signature of F. This one's a little harder to figure out. I know I've made a couple mentions of it, but we're going to keep going over it because this is the best time to learn is when you're first learning. It doesn't make sense to have to go back later to then try to memorize it. We'll just learn it as we go. So this key signature involves 1 flat, B flat. All right, what is our time signature? 2/4, so that means this time there are 2 beats to our measure. Looking ahead at what else is going on, what dynamic is this piece written in? Forte, and that means loud. Great job. Do we have any slurs in this one? We do not. This one will be tongued the whole time. All right, let's give it a try. And remember, since it's the key of F, it's E natural. So this finger, your ring finger is up. Just a quick reminder. All right, let's give it a play, shall we? Ready? 1, 2. Great job. How did you do? Did you remember what E natural is? I think that's what we, yeah, that's the last note we learned. So I guess just for another quick refresher, if you go back to the past page, you can see the fingering. So it's thumb, it's our 3 fingers down, pinky up on our left hand. You have our index and middle and pinky with ring up. So that's just a quick refresher if you don't remember what E natural is. All right, let's do this exercise again. 100. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, it's 2, 4. I messed that up. Sorry about that. 2, 4. Ready? 1, 2. Wonderful. Did your E natural feel a little better now? Let's do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2. Wonderful job. Okay, let's look at our next exercise. So the names are kind of similar. Our past one was in the pocket. This one is pocket change. Now, what is the difference between the song we just played and the one we're going to play now? Our key signature, right? What is our key signature? It's B flat. So that means this time we're adding an E flat. So now our E's are all flat. Other than that, everything else is the same. All right, ready? 1, 2. Great. Now, we had these 2 songs back to back with the E's changing, just so we could kind of hear the difference between the 2. So, did you feel the difference with the E natural versus the E flat? Did you hear the difference? And did you internally feel the difference on the flow of the song and the emotions that would come with it? I know it's just a short piece, so it's not very emotional, but they still have different feels just from that. So it's versus our second one sounds a little sadder with the flat in, doesn't it? All right, let's play this one again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2. Wonderful. And just so we practice for our 3rd time charm, let's do it one more time. Ready? 1, 2. Great job. All right, let's look at our next exercise, shall we? So the first thing, what is our key signature? That's the key signature of E flat. So we have B flat, E flat, and A flat. What is our time signature this time? 3, 4. So now we have to remember there's 3 beats in the measure. Great. What else is written in this song? We have a forte, and that means loud. Great job. We have slurs in here again. What about our naturals to flats? So we'll have to really pay attention to that. So we have to remember the song starts it off in A flat. So our first note is B flat, and then it's actually A natural because they wrote the natural symbol in. Then back to A flat, G. G, then that A, do you know what that A is? That's A flat because of the key signature. And then it becomes A natural. So it's going to sound like this from the beginning. That's what it's going to sound like. All right, let's give it a try, shall we? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Now those first sections where it was naturals to flats, flats to naturals, that's kind of a good exercise for us to just work on because this is going to prepare us for a different kind of scale. It's going to prepare us for the chromatic scale. Now, if you're about to watch the next music theory lesson, we're going to be going over the chromatic scale. So you'll be a little more in depth on what the chromatic scale is. That's going to be a scale we're going to learn later on down the road because it's consisted all of the flats and the sharps and all half steps. But this is a great one to kind of get us into practice of it. All right, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. If you're struggling a little bit when things should start off as flats or not, just take your pencil and write it in above. So our first one you should kind of already know because they wrote in the natural and the flat. But when you get to the third measure, if you can't remember which A it starts in, just write that flat in. And then you know the next one's a natural. And then do the same thing on the next measure that's like that. So it's okay to write in your flats if you're getting confused on when to use them, when they're supposed to be flats. All right? Let's do this one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Great job. Okay, let's move on to our next exercise. So now we're learning a new note. It's E flat, which we already know. But this is an octave lower E flat. Now the fingering is very much the same, so your whole right hand, including the pinky, is down. And then we have our thumb remains down. But the only difference is we're going to put our index finger down. You're also going to have to kind of slow down your air a little bit and direct it more down because it's the lower octave. If you're already in the mid register, if you put your finger down, it's not going to automatically bring it down an octave. We have to change our mouth to make it go lower. So go ahead and take a moment to try to hit that note. Great. If you're struggling with it, keep working on it. Maybe work your way down even. Or you can even just, that's probably the best way to do it if you're struggling to hit it at all. Just work your way down to it. All right, if you got it, let's move on to our exercise. Okay, what key signature is this written for? This is the key of E flat, which includes B flat, E flat, and A flat. Great. Okay, what else do we have going on here? Let's take a look at our dynamics. What does this start off in? Forte, which is loud. And then in measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it becomes piano, so quiet. What is our time signature? 4/4, so we're back to our 4 beats. Great. And a good hunk of this song is slurred. They wrote in the E flat on the top here so we can remember that's what it is. If you need to write in the rest of your notes, you're always welcome to do so. All right, let's give it a play, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. I messed up. So in that first A, I played A natural, not A flat. Did you get the A flat? And just like how I had recommended of working our way down, that's kind of what this exercise did for us. It helped us work our way down. I also did not follow the dynamics. Did you? Okay, let's do it again. And this time I'm going to follow the dynamics, and I should get that A flat right this time. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. How'd you do that time? I did a lot better too. I followed the dynamics and I remembered the A flat. Let's do it one more time for good luck. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. Okay, let's take a look at our next song. All right, so what key signature is this written in? Key of C. It has no sharps or flats written in our key signature. What is our time signature? 3/4, so we're back to our 3 beats per measure now. Okay, what else is going on in this song? Why don't we look at the dynamics? So what do our dynamics start off with? Loud. And then what happens? In measure 5, it becomes piano, so back to quiet. And then at measure 9, back to loud. Then measure 13, back to quiet. Okay, we have accents written in our first 4 measures. Then we have some slurs, back to accents, and then some slurs. All right, well, let's just give this a try, shall we? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Great, how did you do? It's kind of hard to accent in the lower register, isn't it? My accents in this register are not as strong as they would be in the mid register, or particularly the high register. It's kind of easier to do it in the high register because you're already making your air go faster. We haven't hit in that register yet, but we will. Okay, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. How are you playing in that quiet time and in the registers? Have you tried the eyebrow trick? Did it work for you? I'd really like to know, so let me know in the comments. All right, let's play it one more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wonderful job. Okay, oh wait, we earned an achievement. Let's take a look and see what that is first. So that was exercise 104. Let's see, exercise 104. We hit notes, rhythm, dynamics. We sure did, didn't we? Okay, great. Okay, now let's move on to our next exercise. So, what key signature is this written for? This is E flat. So we have B flat, E flat, and A flat. What time signature is this? Common time. So back to 4/4. Let's look and see what else we have going on. What is our dynamics here? We have piano at the beginning, and then we have forte a little later. We have some slurs and some breath marks. Okay, we also have a repeat. Where does that repeat take us to? The beginning. Now, this is where the stuff that I was talking about from the beginning, the top, is hitting. So we have fine and dici al fine, okay? So, go back to we're gonna play, hit repeat, go to the beginning, and then we're gonna play all the way through. We're gonna hit this dici al fine. We're gonna go back to the beginning, and then we're gonna play until fine. So that means when we go back to the beginning to hit the fine, we're not gonna hit that repeat this time. Fine means end or finished. Okay? So let's go ahead and give it a try, and we'll see how we feel after the end of the song. For your questions or maybe anything I can think of that would help explain it a little better. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest. All right, did that kind of make sense? So yeah, we go through our first 4 measures, repeat back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, continue playing as if the repeat's not there, hit dici al fine, then we go back to the beginning and only play those 4 measures, and then that's the end. All right, let's play it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Let's do it one more time for good luck. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. Beginning. End. Great job. I hope that helped at least a little bit if you were still getting confused. If you're still confused, let me know in the comments and we'll work on it a little bit more, all right? All right, but for now, let's move on to our last exercise of the day. And this time we're learning sharps. So you can either refer back to the top here, which talks about sharps. A sharp raises the pitch of the note 1/2 step. It remains in effect for the entire measure. If you've seen some of the previous lessons, we started going over the sharps too, and I think F sharp was the one that we learned. It's weird because the F sharp that they're writing in this book is different than what I learned. That's the way I learned it. So, oh, I guess they both work. Sorry, I had to figure that out. I've never seen that written that way. All right, so I guess the way I learned it is probably a lot easier than this one. So the way I learned it is if you put the thumb down and then you have the 3 fingers on the left hand. So index, middle, ring. Pinky is up. And then I learned it with the ring finger down and then the pinky down. Okay? The way the book shows it, your left hand's the same, but they want you to move over. You see how we have this key here and this key here? These keys are usually played for like the low register. This is like low C. They want you to hit your ring finger and then they want you to hit those keys like that. But that's much more of a stretch, and I don't think I've actually seen anybody play it that way. So I'm going to leave that up to you, whether you want to play it with those keys or the pinky. I'd recommend just the pinky because we're usually playing so fast, you know, I don't have time to move over there for F sharp. That's crazy. Okay. I might just look at some other flute fingerings and see who else is recommending that, because I've never seen that. Okay, moving on from that. Okay, so looking at our key signature. What is our key signature written for? Key of C has no sharps or flats. What time signature is this written in? Back to 4/4. Great. What dynamic is this written in? Piano, so quiet. Great. We don't have any repeats or anything else like that. All right, let's give it a try, shall we? Ready? And this is E natural because there's no flats or sharps, except for the sharps written in. Okay, anywho. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, how did you do? Which fingering did you use? I really want to know, so please let me know in the comments which fingering you used. Okay, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hard to hit that F sharp quietly. Were you playing this part softly? If not, play it softly this time. All right, last time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. So, I actually thought this was our last exercise, but there are additional exercises on page 40. So, let's not cut ourselves short, shall we? Let's check out page 40. Page 40 we are, and that was 106, so we're going to do 106A and 106B. All right, so looking at 106A, what key signature is this written for? Key of C. There are no sharps, no flats. Great. There are no dynamics written in here, so play whatever's comfortable. What is our time signature? 4/4. 4 beats to the measure. All right, let's just give it a try, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop, oop, oop. I messed up. Did you mess up? So remember, our sharp is only till the end of the measure. So when we go into the second measure, that's back to F natural. I played it as if it were F sharp. Did you make the same mistake? All right, let's play it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great, how did you do? That went a lot smoother for me after I just got that little kink out. That's sometimes how it works. And I may be just like you. This is the first time I'm reading this. So I've been sight reading almost this whole entire time for this book. So that's why I have mistakes here and there, is I'm sight reading it, which is still a great thing to do. There will always be times where we're sight reading. Whether we're sight reading a solo piece on our own, whether we're sight reading a piece with the band. I mean, we can't automatically just know all the music, so we'll always be sight reading. All right, let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. Did you feel better on that one? Let's do it one more time for good luck. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. All right, this time for real, we have one last exercise. Okay, so looking at our key signature, what key signature is this written for? F. We have B flat only. What is our time signature? 4, 4. Great. All right, so we have a whole lot of eighth notes. So why don't we take this slow to start with? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. So this exercise kind of just helps us with hearing, I would say, hearing and anticipating what's next. It also helps with our tonguing and slurring as they flip-flop. So for instance, the first measure is a slur, so it's ta, ta, ta. Then the second measure is ta, ta, ta. So it's opposite of what it was. Let's do it again, shall we? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful job. All right, ready to speed it up a little bit more? I sped it up just a tad bit that last time. Let's play it at what would normally be kind of our regular tempo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. If you're struggling a little bit to play at the tempo we just did, go back to the previous time and practice it a little bit and kind of just work your way there. Alright, before I send you off, I'd like to just take a quick reminder to hit that subscribe button, like button, and the notification button so you don't miss any of our practices. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys soon!